to PAFO Plus. What a day. First time they did two episodes of PAFO this week. Each one was an hour and 47 minutes long. So I had to listen to 3.5 hours of PAFO. Um, and I'm the one that offered to do this. It's fun doing it. So I'm not going to like just scan through it and miss a bunch of topics. So I listened to the whole 3.5 hours of both episodes. Uh, and then I took notes and then I recorded it. It was about 18 minutes long and it wouldn't upload all the way. I was talking to Jeff, who's helped out tremendously. Some new program we're using where I open up Pondoff's Anonymous /Iggy. The screen comes up, I record it, I hit upload, it goes straight to Jeff. First few weeks it worked. 2 weeks ago it didn't work all the way. We had to fix something. And today it got through. I'm doing a critique of my own critique. It got through like 38% and it said stop fetching. Uh, we tried to upload it again after 20 seconds, 20% says stop fetching. And then Jeff said, just see if you can maximize the screen so I can see the top of it. And I hit the red button and it disappeared. And so it's gone. So Jeff said, just do it on Zoom and I'll send it to my friend Tony and hopefully he can send it to KG. But after I got done recording it, I crumbled up my notes and threw them in the trash can. And then I emptied some coffee grounds on top of it and I made some chicken. So I threw the chicken things in there. And this is my notes. I will try to read these notes and redo it. And hopefully it goes through. Not a good day. 3.5 hours of listening to it. And now I got to redo it again and try to read my notes, which are hard to read anyway, because I scribble them while I'm sitting outside drinking coffee and smoking. And then when they're crumbled up with coffee grounds and crap on it, it's going to be hard to even read. We're going to get through this again. You can act like this is my first one. I just told you it's not my first one. It's my second one. Started out part one. I'll just say episode one because I did two this week. And again, each one 1 hour and 47 minutes long. And it's going to be a lot of KG talk because I don't want you to think I'm taking shots at KG. Both episodes were a lot of KG talk, a lot of KG stories. So when I critique a lot of this, it's KG, not picking on KG. It's just he did a lot of talking in the 3.5 hours. Somehow they did start about talking about feet out of nowhere. And Zoe offered to show feet pics if somebody would pay for her manicure. I wouldn't do that if I were you. You're going to get thousands of requests, trust me. But then Zoe said something that sounded like boobs. I thought she said boobs. And Chris said, did you say BOOB? Chris, you say fuck every other sentence. I can't believe you were spelling out boobs. Afraid to say boobs, but you say fuck every other sentence. I love it. You don't have to spell out boobs, say boobs. You can't even say that on terrestrial radio. You can't say tits. You can say boobs. You can't say tits. I don't get that. It's the same fucking thing. Just like on the radio, I can say MFer, or I can say fricking, or frick. I can say a-hole, but I can't say motherfucker. I can't say fuck. I can't say asshole. What is the difference? You know what I mean? Just because I'm not saying the word, but you know what I'm trying to say? What's it? It's a word. The FCC is so fucking backwards. But then we got into 20. I wrote it down. I'm trying to read over the coffee grounds. 28 minutes of car talk. You could have condensed that into about 20 seconds. I love Zoe. I love everybody on the show, but if I'm going to critique, I'm going to critique. Flat tire. No key to the tires. No key to the something else. The tire was flat. Took it in. Had to call AAA. They didn't have a key. Had to go back. The rental car got a flat tire. This could have been condensed into about 28 seconds. Had to go get my car fixed. The rental car, the loaner car they gave me got a flat tire. I had to take that in. They didn't have the key, and I had to go wait up there till 5 o'clock. Done. Then after the story was finished, after 22 minutes, Zoe's engine light came on. So a little bit of engine light talk. All in all, fun story. Could have been about 21 minutes shorter. Again, trying to read my, I did get into lug nut talk too. I forgot about that. Um, and I wrote down 28 minutes, not 22. So a little bit longer than I thought. Zoe likes ASMR. I didn't know that. Kurt said he thinks I like scissor shears in ASMR. No, I just like regular scissors. I don't like the big bush shears. No, just little clipper scissors. I also like women cleaning. Something about that too. Not sexual, just it's very relaxing. So I would check those two. Uh, Also, I've never had a golden shower purposely from a woman. I've been peed on twice by accident by two dudes. One leaving a girl's house when her boyfriend came home. I ran out the back and hid in a bush. And he was going to the house, came by the bush, and just pissed. You were 5 feet from the fucking house. Why did you stop in the bush and pee instead of going inside? Peed all over me. And then another time we threw eggs at some guy's car on Halloween. We went and hid in a bush and he peed on me. Again, he stopped. He looked for us, couldn't find us. He stopped to pee in a bush. What is the chances I got peed on twice by two fucking dudes? So it wasn't a golden shower. Golden showers you agree to, and it's usually a woman doing the peeing. And he also said, talking about my Instacart girl, saying it happened the week before I fell in love with a homeless girl. No, I don't know if she was homeless. She just didn't have a car and didn't have a job. She said she lived in South County. Um, but I didn't fall in love with her. I'm the one that told her no. She wanted to come upstairs. She goes, "How about if you just go up and cook me dinner? We can hang out." I said, "No, I got things to do." I wasn't going to get stabbed. I don't know this girl. So I said, "No, you can't come upstairs." So I didn't. It wasn't falling in love. So you got to get your story straight. Um, I will commend KG for not going to Putt Shack with a date. Unfortunately, he took her to a Hoosier dart bar. Uh, it's better than Putt Shack, but a Hoosier dart bar. I mean, that's where you get fights from Hoosiers and drunks. So I'm not, unless the girl you took was a Hoosier, it's possible. Then maybe she felt right into it. But I wouldn't substitute Putt Shack with a fucking dive bar. They play darts. Probably serve a lot of bush. Um, oh, and thank you to KG. Because I was watching for like the first 45 minutes, just wondering what was on Zoe's shirt. And I'm saying, oh, somebody please ask her or say what's on your shirt, Zoe, because I don't know what it is. And finally, KG asked, "What's on your shirt?" And it's a picture of Tupac. I thought it was the kid from Home Alone because the picture was like, I thought it was the kid from, my eyes are terrible. All I saw was this. So I thought it was the kid from Home Alone. It was actually Tupac. So, KG, thanks for asking that question. I appreciate it. They did say they had a great night of stories at Chili's with Buff Bagwell. I wouldn't have thought Buff Bagwell would be a Chili's guy, a chain restaurant guy. But there was him hawing around stories. Oh, I remember he talked about this, and I'm yelling. I'm saying, "Well, fucking tell a story." And then they proceeded to say, "We can't really tell a lot of these stories because it was like three guys talking, and I don't think it's stuff Buff wanted out there." So I get that. So uh, I found it out later. But before you said that, I was saying, "Tell a fucking story. You're giving bits and pieces. I haven't heard a story yet." That is why Buff was kind of silent about that. KG is still looking for someone to spit in his mouth. Uh, and he's wondering if he's a sub. Duh, you're a sub. You were talking about this behemoth wrestler named, I wrote it down if I can read it, Lilith. Behemoth. She's like six something. KG's like 5'7". Um, and you want her to throw you around like a rag doll, and you want to be her valet, and you want girls to spit in your mouth. I think I may be a sub. No, there's no thinking about it. You're sub. You want girls to do things to you. That is the definition of a sub. And they talked about can you be both? And they said there's something called switch. I don't think you can be both. Just like if you're a bottom, you're not going to switch over and be a top. Uh, just like if you like being dominated, you're not going to turn into, or if you like being the submissive one, you're not going to turn into the dominant one. It's like one night you're not going to have a ball gag in your mouth being whipped, and the next night you put on a pair of heels and start stepping on somebody's back. You're either one or the other. And KG, you're a sub. And that was about the end of that. Oh, Zoe at the end, she was telling us, she didn't tell the whole story, and I'm not going to, but I went up to something happened at the shop cafe, and I went to check on her, and and she goes, and Iggy and Aggie. Who is Aggie? I don't know who Aggie is. I mean, if it's going to be Iggy and Aggie, I'd like to know who Aggie is. But you'll have to let me know next time I see you who is Aggie, and why is it going to be Iggy and Aggie? Does she have a crush on me? Introduce her. Maybe she's in there and I don't know. Maybe it's the girl you're working with. I don't know. I forgot her name. But anyway, that was episode 1. Now, if I can just read the crumbled up, chicken stained, coffee stained 2. Um, I I don't know what the editing was because normally I'll see McKelvey Insurance and then Light Source, and then Chris will come on and say we're in. It just went from the 2 ads to I heard Safari and Rhinos. Those are the 2 things I heard. I don't know what it was about. I'm You must have not put in the beginning part because I don't know what a Rhino and Safari talk was about. I kind of stopped after that, but I missed it. And Zoe wanted to know because I guess it was after Mother's Day when they taped this. Wanted to know if Chris or KG had ever given their moms or dads a foot rub or pedicure. They both said no. Who would give their mom or dad a foot rub or a massage? Now maybe a female. I guess I could see where a female would rub their mom's feet. Or if she came home from our day's work, the husband rubbed the feet. But I've never even thought about rubbing my mom's feet or giving her a pedicure or manicure. Certainly not my dad. So they both said no, and I would say no too. I don't know many guys that would rub their mom's feet. I don't know. I just know I wouldn't. Um, KG was talking about happy endings at a massage parlor. He talked about he got a massage and in the middle of it, he thought there was going to be a happy ending. And he was thinking about how do I react to this when it happens. And he said it never did happen. He couldn't remember the story, so I don't know what it was. But no, you'll know if you're getting a happy ending. It's by the price. You don't just go into a massage parlor and out of nowhere they start jerking your dick. No, because you could get in trouble for that. You could say, "Hey, I wouldn't pay for this," and that's sexual assault. They're going to tell you $75 for a massage, $150 if you want a happy ending. They're going to tell you. They're not just going to say 75 for massage out of nowhere at the end they start jerking your dick. No, it doesn't work that way. So you were in no way you were getting close to a happy ending and not knowing it. That wouldn't happen. And Chris said he spent some time in massage parlors, Asian massage parlors on the east side when he was drinking and doing coke. Uh, I mean, that's a given. You live over there, so you would think at some point you're ending up at one of those places. Uh, some friends of mine, we went in one night after PTs. I didn't get a massage. I wasn't going to pay for it. So I just sat out there on a couch and waited for them. And one of the girls came out. You don't want a massage? No. I give a good one. I said, well, I'm not paying for a massage. I have happy endings. I said, well, I'll take you out to dinner. And after dinner, you can go back to my house and give me a massage and a happy ending. I'm not paying for it. And we did. I ended up dating for like 3 months. Never gave me a massage. Oh, jerk my dick, but never gave me a massage. You're a masseuse. Give me a massage. Never got a massage from her. It's kind of like the Seinfeld episode. He dated a masseuse and never got a massage. Either did I. Uh, Plenty of happy endings, but no massages for me. Um, Where else are we? Oh, KG with another Bumble story, and this one went on for 30 minutes. And I said this is going to be a critique of KG because was a lot of KG in these two episodes. And it was another Bumble story where this girl just berated him for like 2 months, where he kept messenger and she would message him and just make fun of him and say, "I'm just in here having shits and giggles. I got a great sex life. I'm not looking for anything." But then you kept going with it for weeks and weeks. And you said she had a mutual friend, and you reached out to that mutual friend, and they told you about her. And then you said to her, "Well, I talked to a mutual friend of ours, and they told me this." And who is the mutual friend? If you can see who you have as a mutual friend, couldn't she see too? That was kind of confusing to me. She said she kept asking me who's the mutual friend. Well, did it just show up on yours that you could see who a mutual friend was, but she couldn't see who your mutual friend was? I don't get the whole thing. But anyway, it didn't need to be 30 minutes, dude. It really didn't. Um, you could like again, you could have condensed that in like 2 minutes. Tell the story, and then and it just led to one thing. I told a story about some girl who was DMing me. It took me like 30 seconds. This girl's DMing me saying, "I like your profile, you look cute," and blah blah blah. And after like 30 seconds of the story, I said, she ended up being a bot. She just asked me to join WhatsApp. That's the end of it. Nothing came of the story except you stopped talking to her. It didn't need to be 30 minutes, dude. Um, Anyway, is that about it? Oh, I did want to end it though. Here, I'm ripping up again because if this doesn't work, fuck it, I'm not doing another one. Um, I do want to commend KG. He's doing a great job editing the videos, and the ones he put up of Buff Bagwell, I think, are close to 100,000 views, which is awesome. Hopefully, that leads to some people subscribing, but it's getting the word out and it's getting people to see, eyes on what we're doing, and to put that together. And a lot of it was Buff, obviously, because of what he said, but still, you got to pick out the clip you think is going to get views and put it up, and where to put it and who to tag. So I know you put a lot of work into that, and it's up to 100,000 views. So congrats on that. I'm not just trashing you all the time. I give you compliments when stuff like this happens. So congrats on getting 100,000 views, and that's all on you, buddy, for doing the editing. Again, your fucking Bumble stories in 30 seconds. They don't need to be 30 minutes because it wasn't that interesting anyway. Okay, so this is the second time I've recorded this. If this doesn't go through, you're going to know because there'll be no PAFO plus this week, and I'll explain it because you won't see me explaining to it because there won't be an episode this week. But hopefully this goes through. I did it on Zoom. I will send it to my buddy Tony, and Tony hopefully can get it to KG, and it works. So anyway, if you're seeing it, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. We do 4 a week. We got PAFO Plus. I'm sorry, PAFO Plus. We have the Addiction and Recovery podcast on Monday with Chris, Zoe, and I think KG is going to be part of that now. And then the Needed to Hear That with Chaz and Chris on Tuesdays. I think that's when they do it. I get the days wrong too, but there's 4 of them up there. And the podcast, the network is expanding, so please subscribe. All it's going to do is ask for an email, put that in, and we're not going to bombard you with emails. All you do, you get an email when there's a new episode up. If we have something going on, or maybe Chris is going to give something away, he'll email you, "Hey, I'm giving away some swag." We're not going to bombard you with a bunch of emails. So anyway, thanks for listening. Make sure if you want to comment, tell your friends. Mean comments, go ahead. Nice comments, go ahead. But thanks for listening. We'll do it again next week. Love you guys.